Hello, Magic players, collectors, investors. I give you Arena of the Planeswalkers board game. So these are core that I painted. And I'll definitely do more with them. I kind of left these guys kind of yellow, original color. But I did highlight their white skin and their weapons. It was difficult to paint with the watercolor on the plastic, so I'm right that a primer coat is a good idea. That's oil-based paint, the wings right there. I want to paint more detail in there. So it says final question mark because I'll probably go in and do more with these. I like these elves better now that I see them in the light than I did before. I just stained them. I didn't really base paint them. So it is a good idea to base paint them and not just stain them. I've gotten good effects with that in the past, but not always. But I think they look all right when they're actually in the natural light. There's some natural light and some artificial light. They look okay. And then I have Nisa. She was pre-painted. You can still buy this game really cheap. Arena of the Planeswalkers board game. It's really, really cheap. And I have another one that's unopened with Soren in it. And I like how the pre-painted figures have like a clear plastic part on it, like the end of her staff. And then I painted these Golem. And I tried to leave the balls, the boulders or whatever they're throwing, kind of the natural color. I wanted to leave some of the natural color of the plastic in order to identify what color set it went with. And then we have Chandra. And I like her clear plastic flames. She looks nice. They didn't do the best job of painting these, so I'll probably go in and do more detail. And then I love these fire bats. I like them better than the Dungeons and Dragons. They're just better models, and I like the clear plastic. I like to incorporate that into my painting. It's pretty nice. I made a mistake on these because I couldn't see the detail in them before they were painted. It wasn't until after they were painted I noticed. I painted them like merfolk, when in fact they are Jace illusions, so they should be painted just to look like Jace. So that saves me something to do for later. And then here's Kiora, the merfolk planeswalker. And I guess there was just one merfolk. I thought there were four, but there's one merfolk that goes with her. And then you have Obnixilis. Let me bring them up closer to the light because I don't think you can see them in that light. I'm probably standing in front of that light. So definitely could be better painted. I like what they did with the paint, and I'll follow the theme, but I could definitely make it better. And then there's an undead or a cabal. I can't remember what they call them. There. And then the elemental cats. I love these models. These are so nice. And I didn't paint over the base as a solid color like I did the other ones, but I may do that in the future. And my ogres, I had just double primed them, pink and black. And I love the way the flesh color looks over the pink and black. It gives the skin tone more variety, right? Than just painting them one base color. And there's another cabal or undead next to Liliana. Liliana is, I think, the most poorly painted one, but I like the theme that they use, so I'll just touch up on that. I like the Cabal's weapons, the way they turned out. With that lead, I think it's called lead belcher paint, Citadel. And there's a whole bunch of the Cabal or the undead. I kind of painted them like zombies, but they're wearing the Cabal armor. I really like the models for these goblins. I think they're really nice. I think the models are much better with this Magic, the Gathering, Arena of the Planeswalkers than it is with the Dungeons and Dragons models. In fact, I'll use the Fire Bats for Dungeons and Dragons because I like them better. And then we have Gideon with some Rhino soldiers. And we have Jace. I really like how they painted Jace. It could be cleaned up though. It could be clearer, right? Just touched up. And I like the way these illusions turned out. I just primed lightly over them, over the clear plastic. And I'm kind of proud of the way these guys turned out. I think they look really awesome. And I'm not a painter, so this is something anyone can do. You can go to my playlist and look at all the steps that I did with painting these things and do it yourself. It's really easy. Thanks, Magic players, collectors, investors. Have a good day.